Ready to go. A couple things before we talk about football. The CFP Foundation does this nationally. We were able to help out Lowell Elementary, which is just right here behind our practice fields, with $8,000 for their teachers, for however they want to use it. One of the great things of college football and the CFP and the ability for every university to be able to help out the 133 universities to be able to help out a school within their area, and we've done some things with Lowell, being that it's right here next to our campus. We've done things with a lot of other elementary schools in town, but what a really neat deal and really cool for those teachers, and they can use it however they need it. I usually don't have cards, but I didn't want to screw that one up. Lots of great things going on around here. We played good enough to win on Saturday. Didn't play great in the second half. Give UMass credit. They made an adjustment on defense. They gave us a 5-man front as opposed to the 4-man front they're giving us. But we missed a lot of opportunities, whether it be a running back cutting, receiver running a route a little bit too deep. Some of those things that inhibited drives from continuing. The big plays is still, I'm a broken record now. They're still killing us on defense. We gave up a 24-yard touchdown on a double move. And Zach Morris played really well other than 2 plays. One of them was for a touchdown. And Zach, he knows that they're not going to throw the ball at Dante Martin. People haven't had success doing it, so he's earned that. He shuts down half the field, which is unbelievable. Zach's going to get a lot of action, and as Zach continues to get better and better, those things will slow down. And then the 2 Wolf safeties, the 2-minute touchdown, that ball's thrown, I thought we were going to intercept the football. Christian Ellis had a great beat on it. He had 2 opportunities at that, and we didn't even make either play. So the 50-50 balls are killing us. In 63 plays, we played 70 plays on defense. In 63 plays, they had 212 yards and 9 points. But on 8 plays, they had 245 yards and 3 touchdowns. And it's killing us. Games come down to being decided by a few plays, and we were able to overcome those this time. But as we get into league play, we've got to clean those up. After we gave up the long touchdown, 45 seconds, 2 timeouts, told Coach V to see if we can pop a run on this drive. If we pop it, great, we'll get moving. If not, with the emotion we had on the sideline, I didn't want to take a chance of doing something silly, throw an interception, do something where we give them an opportunity to score right then and there. I had all the confidence in the world in our football team being resilient, mostly because of who our leader is. Dylan came up to me right before that and he said, "Coach, we're winning this overtime." He said, "Get a stop, we're winning this overtime." And he wasn't wrong. Defense did a great job. Held him to a field goal attempt because of in my opinion, because of the short yardage defense we had played earlier on in the game. They kicked the field goal, which you don't want to come away with no points when the other team gets the ball next. And then we had the opportunity to go out there and we were going for a touchdown. We weren't trying to extend the game. We wanted to win that game. The pass interference doesn't get called. I told Coach V to have a play ready. So we're going to take those chances. We're going to be in a lot of close games over the next 8, in my opinion. So we've got to learn off of that. As long as I've been involved with Lobo football in the history, that game goes the other way 99% of the time. And I was really proud of our team, and I think Dylan had a ton to do with that. His leadership, he's been in that position before, and it was no big deal. And I think that fed off of to the rest of our team. And they played like it, so we came out on top. But like I said, give Coach Brown credit. Those guys, he's doing a good job up there. That's a really good-looking football team. We move on to open up Mountain West Conference play. Wyoming, Coach Bowl is a mentor of mine. I followed him. I replaced him on the AFCA Division I Board of Trustees, handpicked by him. He's been really good to me. We have a very similar philosophy, is play really physical defense, beat each other up, take care of the football, take it away. Our schematic philosophies are different, but the end point is the same. And he's been unbelievable for the game of football. He is one of those coaches that for college football, he has done so much for our game outside of actual playing. That I am so thankful, 1, that I've gotten to know him, 2, that he's in our league, and 3, for everything he's done, because he's made college football better for many coaches, for many players, and just for the integrity of the game. Coach Bowl is a legend. So I'm excited to go up there and compete. Laramie's a fun place to play. I mean, it's 7,200 feet. We're 5,500 feet, so our kids won't have any problem with that. They've got a great atmosphere. They've got great facilities. So it's an opportunity to open up Mountain West Conference play. Everybody's 0-0 that hadn't played a conference game yet, so it's exciting to go down that path. Go ahead, I'll answer any questions.
So, Coach, you say that everyone's kind of 0-0 heading into conference. Is that something you're preaching in the locker room too, letting you guys know? And I've talked about it with all these other coaches too, but once conference play starts, it's kind of a whole different kind of ballgame. It
is. I mean, our number one goal in this program every year is to win the 5th conference championship and then move on to win the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. We segment things down all year long into, as you would a game. There's 4 quarters in the game. 4th one you got to close. We've been a lot better in the second half than we were last year. We need to be better in the second quarter on defense. Second and third quarter has kind of been our Achilles heel. But as a team, we've been better. We broke it down fall camp, first quarter, getting ready for the season. Second quarter is your non-conference schedule. We ended up 2-2. Now we get into the first half of our conference schedule, the next 4 games, and then the 4 after that to end the season to potentially earn the 13th opportunity. Everybody's 0-0 because it's the most important games are conference games. The way that our league does it now, the 2 best teams play for the championship, whoever has the 2 best records, or if there's ties, then all that nonsense. But everybody started with a clean slate. I think Air Force beat Utah State early on. I mean, there's a couple of small ones, but everybody's getting into conference play now. There will be 1 or 2 non-conference games as we go, but it is the most important games on our schedule because of the goals of this program.
And just with the way that last year went, it's been almost 2 years at this point since you've gotten the Mountain West win. How much of a monkey on your back do you feel like you have just going into this game?
We're going to this one 0-0. 41 kids on our team don't even know that and don't care. They're excited to go out there and play and open up conference game, and winning that game hopefully gives them a little bit of confidence. But we'll prepare just like we did last week and the week before, and go out there, and it's going to be 2 good football teams that are going to beat each other up. And the one that plays the best and makes the plays in crucial moments is the one that's going to win.
And you've had success against Wyoming since you got here. What it is about just playing them that you feel like you've been able to get something going?
We played good in those games. Defensively, like I said, philosophy-wise, we're similar in how we want to go. Completely different in the schematics of it. I mean, they are really, really good up front. They're no inside guys. 96 and 94, Godabout and Bertignoli. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. Those 2 guys do not get knocked off the ball. Texas didn't knock them off the ball. App State didn't knock them off the ball. They can get pressure on the quarterback. And then their 2 safeties, they are in the perfect spot every single time. They're coached very well. They schematically know where they're supposed to be. And so they play really hard on defense like us. They run to the ball. They try and create turnovers with extra effort and all those good things. So it's 2 teams that have very similar philosophy that play the same. And it's come down to who's made big plays. 2 years ago in Wyoming, we had the 4th and 3 where we threw a 50-yard touchdown pass on a throwback. Last year, we were up 14-0. Couldn't get another first down the rest of the game. And then Trayton Welch right down there on that end zone beat us on a vertical route over A.J. Halsey for a touchdown. They're 2 tight ends, 81 and 84. They're second and third leading receivers on their team. They're really dynamic. And so whichever one of those guys makes plays Saturday, or which one of our guys, Caleb, Sherrod, Bill, Dylan, I mean, it's going to come down to 3, 4, 5 plays. Whoever makes them is going to have the best chance to win.
Coach, it was a huge game certainly for Medford, the connection there with Dylan. Just where are you at with this wide receiver group coming into conference play, and what do you say about the day for Caleb?
Caleb has gotten better and better every day since fall camp started. I mean, kind of slowly matured and showed Saturday how dynamic he can be. Hard to cover. He's big. He's 6'3". He can jump out of the building, as you saw on the touchdown catch. Not afraid to go across the middle. He presents matchup problems for other people, and then you got Jeremiah in the slot who creates a lot of matchup problems, and then DJ's a big receiver that he's dropped a couple balls that's disappointed me, which he works really hard to do those things. He's getting a lot of attention where he's getting the safety over the top of him every time because he's so big. But as the season goes along, you're going to see DJ become a bigger and part of the offense because Caleb's becoming a bigger part, and Jeremiah and Luke and RD and everybody. I mean, they can't just cover one guy, and that's what we've been for the last few years. And then Dylan, what is he? Still for the 8th most yards since 2012 or what year? 2009. I mean, he's played 4 games. I mean, that so obviously we present different problems than we have in the past. And Caleb, I see Caleb getting better and better and better, and that young man's going to be here for the next 3 years. So that's exciting to see his development and where we can go with him.
Running backs have been fun to watch this year. Obviously, Bill's kind of led the way. But, I mean, Dorian was good against New Mexico State. Sherrod was good against UMass. I mean, you guys really haven't had that before in your time here. I mean, how good is it, how nice is it to kind of have a lot of different guys?
I mean, it's becoming who's hot that day. I mean, Bill, and it was another thing that we got into the overtime, having guys like Dylan, who he had no doubt what we were going to do. Bill came up to me and said, "Coach, give me the ball. Give me the ball." So I turned to Brian and I said, "You heard him. He was not going to be denied." I mean, we got down there, they stopped him on the first one, and he looked over the sideline. He just did this, dude. I'm like, man, we're not going to run the same play. We'll give you the ball again, but he didn't care. He was like, just give it to me. I'm going to run right through him, and he did on the second one. That attitude is what our whole team is kind of taking over. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 punch at running back. I mean, we're really deep there, and everybody that comes in, there's a different. They all have different attributes that are really, really good. Bill is electric, can make you miss in the hole. Sherrod's powerful, can make you miss in the open field. Dorian has a little bit of both. He's hard to tackle because his center of gravity is so low and he's so quick. So, I mean, all those guys. I mean, Andrew Henry hadn't even. He's close to being healthy, but you can see there's still something missing there. As soon as he's healthy, he's another dynamic piece that really makes that backfield hard to handle, which, like I said, we haven't had these issues, and they're good issues to have.
Injury-wise, I mean, I'm assuming Wysong might be out for this next game, and then Widoff, have you guys made a decision on the plan for him?
Have not. Widoff, I mean, those two probably will stay the same. Luke could be a late week decision, but don't know for sure. And then everybody else, I mean, we've got our typical bumps and bruises that you have in a football season. We played this one, and then we get 2 weeks off before San Jose State, so the timing of that will be really good. But those guys, it's too early in the week to tell on both of them. We haven't ruled out Connor yet for the longevity. He's coming along in rehab, but we'll see. We'll have a better idea probably after the bye week on Connor, and then Luke, if he don't play this week, obviously after the bye week.
And no snaps for Christian Washington for the 3rd straight week, and I don't know if I saw him at practice last week. Is he away from the team right now?
No, he was at practice. He was at practice today, but practice last week. We've got a dynamic 1, 2, 3, 4 punch. I mean, you've got to earn those opportunities in practice and everything you do. So there's nothing. He's not in the 1, 2, 3, 4 punch right now, but he's at practice every day.
Coach, what's your biggest challenge going against Andrew Peasley, applying pressure to him? He's a great quarterback.
He's a really good quarterback. I mean, we played him when he was at Utah State 3 years ago. Had some success last year, threw the ball well against us. He's dynamic with his feet. He's a good athlete. They're good up front on offense. I think both defensive line and offensive line are really, really good. It was finally, and like I said, I appreciate Coach Bull, and I watched his press conference yesterday. It was finally nice to hear another opposing coach talk about our offensive line being huge, because we do. We have big guys up front, and they are just the same. I mean, they're 6'7", 6'5" on the edge. Center's he's 6'2", the shortest of the ones, 6'3", 6'5" at guards. They're really physical, so they do a good job protecting. We've had some success getting to the quarterback, but it wasn't because of scheme. It was guys made plays. We're going to have to do that same thing on Saturday in order to keep him from running around, because we've had some issues with quarterbacks getting out of the pocket on us. He's got the ability to make big plays with his feet, so we've made an emphasis on that today in practice. We'll do it again tomorrow and Thursday.